Reduce is an array function in JavaScript used to process each element of an array with the goal of returning one value. You pass in a function to reduce that has access to the current array value and the current copy of the final result value. Here's an example. I have this array of numbers, and I need to find the minimum value in this array. I can do this with the reduce method. Let's define the variable that reduce will eventually end up returning and call it result. Then we'll set that variable to the return value of calling reduce on the array of numbers. Reduce takes two arguments: the function used to process the array elements, and the value for the final result to start at. I'll call the processing function min, and start the minimum at the first value in the array. Now let's define the min function. The min function takes two arguments: the current value of the final result, and the current array element. I'll call those res and lm respectively. On any given call of this min function, if the current element is smaller than the element you have already set as a minimum value, then you want to replace that minimum value with the current element. Whatever you return from this min function will be the new current value of the final result. So if we have found lm to be the new minimum, we'll return lm inside the if statement. Otherwise, we'll return res outside the if statement because the minimum value hasn't changed. So if you console log out the result, it ends up being 2 because that was the smallest value in the array. In this example, we want to get an array of the first letter of every person's name in this array. So let's define the final result variable and call it first letters. Then we can call reduce on the people array and pass in the function fl that will get the first letter, and then start the array of first name letters to be an empty array. Now let's define the function fl. Fl will take in the letters container and the current person, which I'll call letters and current person respectively. Every time this function is called, we will push on the first letter of the person's name to the letters container. Then we'll return the letters container so it can be the new container for the next run of the function. If you were to console log this out, you'll get the letters A, B, and C for Alf, Brittany, and Charlie. If you found this video helpful, please consider liking it to support the channel. If you're trying to learn to code, hit that subscribe button. And if you want to learn some more JavaScript, you can click into the playlist on screen now or in the link in the description. Ciao!